Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am so excited for today's video because I've seen this product floating around Instagram or on YouTube. I've seen so many videos on it, and they had a sale a couple days ago to get the product, I think, half off. So I picked one up because I wanted to try it out. I've heard great things about it, so I'm really excited to talk about the Juno & Co. Microfiber Velvet Sponge. I have it right here, and this is the little packaging that it came in. I've just taken it out. So yeah, we're going to be talking all about the sponge today. I'm going to be applying my foundation with it. I'm going to even be using some other cream products on my face today so we can really see how this performs on the face, and if it changes the way my makeup looks, if it looks more full coverage, if it, I don't know, it's just such an odd thing. So yeah, we're going to be trying this out today. So if you guys want to see me use this sponge, just go ahead and keep watching. So this is what the product looks like just on its own. Let me see if I can pull up. This is my favorite sponge. This is the e.l.f. sponge, and you can see it's quite a bit smaller than the e.l.f. sponge, and this one is dry and so is this one. So I'm gonna go wet this little sponge and see if it gets any bigger. Okay, so I've just wet the sponge. It did get a little bit bigger and it feels a little bit more bouncy. It doesn't feel nearly as squishy as my e.l.f. sponge, which I've also wet because we're going to be doing the foundation one side with my e.l.f. sponge just because it's what I use every single day. I know how it works. And then I'm going to be using the Juno sponge on the other side. So we're going to get into application in just a second, but I want to tell you the claims on this, the price on this, and everything. So on the back of the packaging it says, if you're looking for a more natural airbrush foundation finish, the Juno Microfiber Velvet Sponge is your go-to. Made with velvet soft microfiber bristles and a slanted edge for controlled stippling, the Juno Microfiber Velvet Sponge provides buildable coverage fast. So let me go to their website really quickly and see how much this product is. So I got this on sale for half off, so it was $3, but the original price of it is $6. That's so inexpensive. My e.l.f. sponge is $5, so it's just $1 more. And this is just really cool. They have a lot of different sponges now that this one is a little bit more popular. They have the cloud and different colors of this one. So there's lots of things that you can look for on the website, but I'm just really excited to try this one out. And I've wet it, but when I pounce it on my face, it doesn't feel wet at all. So that is super weird, and I almost want to spray it again with my water. Oh my goodness, this is such an odd sensation. So okay, let's get into foundation application. I'm gonna grab a foundation because I haven't even done that yet. Okay, so for foundation, I'm mixing the Dermablend foundation drops, Flawless Creator drops, and my Vitalist Healthy Elixir from CoverGirl. And I used a foundation. I've already filmed this part, but I filmed it with a foundation that I haven't used before, and I did not like the way it was turning out, so I just took off my makeup, did a different foundation. So that's why the sponge is already dirty, so I'm really sorry. But we're just going to go in with the new foundation. I'm going to be doing, like I said, one side with the regular sponge and one side with the Juno sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and do the regular side first. So I'm going to go in. Oh, that almost fell flat over. So I just put it on the back of a palette, and I'm just going to take this and put it on my face. Wow, that is like a full coverage base. Whoa. I didn't realize it would be this full coverage because I kind of wanted to try it and see if the coverage is any better with the sponge. With the velvet sponge, I mean. So I'm going to go in with the rest of it on the other side and try it out with the velvet sponge. So it's definitely soaking up a little bit more product than my e.l.f. sponge does. I'm noticing that, but with that being said, it's still giving me a good amount of coverage. I'm gonna look up close in just a second and see what it's looking like. So it happens every single time when I do my brows first because I just get foundation all up in them. Okay, let me look at it up close. It doesn't really look any different at all. I think they gave me about the same coverage So that's good. I think if anything, this one gave me a little less coverage, but I like the way it's looking on my skin. It almost, yeah, it looks like it's not sinking into my pores as much on this side as it is on the normal sponge side. So that's cool. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you guys can look at the two sides. This is the normal sponge side and this is a Juno sponge. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can look up close at my skin, and then we'll move into concealer and all the other cream products I'm going to be using. Alright, so here you go. Here's my up close skin of what everything is looking like. It's pretty full coverage. I wouldn't say it's like super full coverage, but it's a pretty good coverage. Looks really good. So I'm going to keep you guys zoomed in for this concealer part so you guys can see up close what's going on. I'm just going to use my Tarte Shape Tape since it's right here. I'm not going to do much because I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to use about that much. That's how much I pretty much use anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my normal e.l.f. sponge. Alright, there's that side. Now let's go in with the Juno sponge. Okay, so I've already kind of collected my thoughts on the concealers. I don't know if you can see, but I got much better coverage on the Juno side. I didn't notice a whole lot of extra coverage with my foundation, but with the concealer, I mean, even as you saw me blending out, this side's brighter, there's not as much darkness, and it just went a longer way with this sponge than it did on this side. So that's really cool. I'm gonna zoom you guys back out because we're gonna go on to a liquid bronzer before I set my under eyes and everything. I just want to make sure that everything is still not set when I'm doing the rest of the stuff, so I'm gonna zoom you guys out for the bronzer. All right, so we're gonna go in with bronzer each side with my normal products, and for bronzer I'm going to be going in to the Temptu Shimmer Bronzer. It's just, it doesn't have a shade, that's the shade, and it's more of a neutral color and it's beautiful. I use this so many times on clients, and it just has a beautiful finish. I just don't use it much on camera. I just really don't. I don't know why, but first of all, this hair needs to get it together. Alright, I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. I take little layers with this bronzer, even though it blends out like a dream. I'm just taking it and I'm just gonna start applying it to my cheekbones area, This bronzer is very light, so it doesn't add a whole lot of anything, but it just kind of warms up the outer perimeters just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell the subtle shadow that it gives, and so I just go in with a couple layers of this on each side. So I'm gonna take a little bit extra for the side of my face. Alright, there we go. It looks so beautiful. Beautiful neutral undertone, so it's not too warm, it's not too cool either, and it's perfect for my skin tone. So this is really nice. So now I'm going to go in with the velvet side. I hope this works. I'm nervous. It's looking so pretty on both sides. I love this. All right, and put just a little bit more, just a little bit to deepen it up. That looks so beautiful. Adds just a little bit of a glow to the skin, as you can see. Ooh, I have oily skin, but your girl loves having dewy skin. So I do not have a cream blush, but I've used this product all the time as a cream blush and it works beautifully. So I'm gonna actually be taking a lipstick. This is one of the Lip Vibes from Almay. This is the shade Go Wild, and it's just a beautiful kind of muted pink, and it's just beautiful. So what I do is I take it on the back of my hand. Let me see if I can show you guys. I can't really. Just like this. Take quite a bit of it, and I'll go in with, that's not the right side, with the sponge on the other side. And I'll take it and I'll bounce it onto the cheeks. So beautiful. It's so stunning. The beautiful, like the most natural flush of color. I'm going to take just a little bit more on my sponge. Get some on my nose. Oh, Why can't I have dry skin so I can do this all the time? All I'm saying. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Juno side. I'm worried a little bit, but we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna go on this kind of part that's not really used. Ooh, ooh, I love this. Okay, let me wipe off this lipstick. It looks so beautiful. My skin looks so good. Both sides are amazing. The one difference I'm noticing with the differences between the sponges is that the Juno side is giving me a little bit more coverage right off the bat. That's not always a good thing, but it is if you're looking for something like that, like especially with concealer. Like this is a sponge I'm going to use for my concealer just because it does give me a little bit more right away, which in long term I won't use as much product. I'm going to go ahead and try and get my creases out underneath my eyes, and I'm lightly just going to set them on each side with a powder. This side with this, you know the drill. And I'm just going to be taking a little bit of my Dermablend powder underneath my eyes, just a little bit. Like I'm going to take some and then I'm going to pat it on the back of my, I don't want to bake or anything, I just want to set it. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the Juno sponge. Pat it off. Both under eyes look great. The skin looks so good. One more cream product before I go into my final thoughts, and that is going to be, this isn't really, I don't really have a lot of liquid highlighters, so I am going to be using some glitter drops from Cover FX. I know these are super glittery, but I'm not going anywhere. We're just going to be using it because I want to test out the sponge with the product. So I'm going to be taking one of the glitter drops from Cover FX in the shade Mirage. That is the shade, it's called Mirage. So I'm just gonna shake it up. It's like a beautiful gold color. I'm just gonna take it on the back of my hand and super lightly I'm going to put this on the high points. Ooh, 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 I love this. And then same thing on the other side with a different area. Ooh, this applies highlight really prettily as well. Oh my goodness. This looks beautiful on the skin. What? This is so beautiful. Like it looks glittery, but it's almost so glittery that it just looks like wet. So I'm going to go in with my Juno sponge again with that highlighter and put that on my nose, down the bridge of my nose. And I think that's just where I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Okay, so now I'm just gonna finish up my makeup really quickly and then I will come back with my final thoughts. Please do not mind the eyeshadow. I literally have never had so much trouble with the palette in my life. I know this video isn't even about a palette, but I literally need to talk about it because it makes me so angry. First of all, you'll know I don't do makeup like this. Like, I'm not the greatest by any means, but I know how to blend and I know how to work with shadows that are hard to work with, and these are not even hard to work with, they're impossible to work with. This palette by e.l.f., this is the Opposites Attract palette. I know I talked about it, I've never actually even really used it at all, and this is the worst palette I've ever used. Granted, I did go into the more difficult shades, like I tried to go with Calm and then with Easygoing, and then I just ended up putting the Chill shimmer shade on top, which did not have any pigment. I can't make it look not patchy, it's terrible. It's really terrible, but I just needed to address it before I went on with everything that I'm wearing. I set the rest of my face with a Dermablend powder, and then I put the Physicians Formula Maru Butter lipstick on my lips in the shade Pinkini, and I love it. It tastes really yummy. Okay, so the eyes, terrible. The palette is terrible. I literally didn't even try to put anything on my lower lash line. I just put some mascara on and we're done. Like that's all I'm doing with it. So just just don't mind it. The sponges. Okay, so I really like the Juno sponge. I think I probably will not use it so much for foundation, but for concealer 100%. That'll probably be my main use for it, and it packs on a lot of powder. Whoa, this really packs the powder on. Whoa. I'm so shocked. You're like never ending sets your face with powder. What the heck? So if you're wanting a heavy set under eye, you want to bake, blah, 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 this is a really good sponge to try. And I also think it's just a good sponge to try because it's $6. Like, it's so inexpensive and it's great. It works so great. I actually was very surprised. I was expecting it fully to not work. So I definitely recommend the sponge, even if you don't know about it. $6. Just purchase it, try it out for yourself. I really enjoyed it. I like it, and I think it does a great job. As you saw through the footage, like the camera, the footage doesn't lie. Like, it did a great job. So yeah, with that being said, I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want me to test out any other products, let me know down below in the comment section. I will make sure to do that for you guys. But that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.